How's it going?
It's going phenomenal and
Good.
great and blessed.
Love that. Like that's like it like people usually say it's good. You're like phenomenal, grateful, blessed. It's like I love it. Bring me that energy.
Have it. Sprinkle some. There you go.
Everyone pressing play and watching. It's so good. So thank you guys for pressing play and watching this beautiful story share for the mindset community. And I'm going to kick it over to you. If you can introduce yourself, that would be great.
So I am Dr. Pamela Gurley, not a medical doctor. I always say I heal organizations. I don't heal people because I have a doctorate in management.
Love it.
And so a little bit about me, I am a military brat. And so I grew up kind of between Georgia and Washington, D.C. I, love to travel. And I think that's part of me coming from growing up. I love to see different things. I love culture. I'm a foodie, love to eat,
Me too.
and try different foods. I've traveled quite a bit, which set the tone for how I see the world, how I've learned to see myself, and kind of how I live and how it has you appreciate life a little bit differently when you see people live culturally different from you, especially in different countries. And I love embracing that. And so I have a doctorate in management, as I said. I also have a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in health service administration. And once upon a time, I thought I was going to stay in the mental health field. And while I still do mentor and, still coach people, I'm not a coach, life coach by no means, but when you have a background in psychology, people naturally gravitate to you for conversation.
Sure.
But I also love that I started in psychology because it allows you to see people for who they are. So, I mean, really, I'm just an open book. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a CEO of 2 companies, but I'm really, really family oriented. So that's pretty much me.
It's beautiful that all the essence of all of that is wonderful. And you radiate such very bright, beautiful energy, so you're just beaming with a smile. So that tells me, and I'm sure everyone watching, that you have filled yourself up with those experiences in life to really be, a strong mindset, and you have the background, the education to know, so I'm really curious now, what is your 2-word story?
My 2 words are unapologetically me.
Mhm.
And here is why. I have spent a good bit of my, I would say, life, because over the last 10 years, I've really evolved. And in my book, I wrote a book called I Am Not a Stereotype, I Am Her. And that's when I shared my story about self-healing and what it means to live outside of the bubble that people want to force you into, where
Yeah.
you live at everybody else's expectation
Right.
and wants for you, and you lose a sense of who you are trying to fit in. And especially when you are multi-ethnic or multicultural. I'm Mexican, Indian, and Black. And so, the curly hair, I've dealt with, what are you mixed with, as opposed to just letting me be who I am. And so I think it's important that I don't have to choose. I don't have to choose one or the other. I can be whoever I want to be. And that's my unapologetic self. I'm very transparent in my book about my life because it lends hand to understanding that there's no such thing as normal.
Right.
And when you start normalizing things, you start stereotyping things and people and judging and putting people in the box. And so I walk with the mindset that every day is, I'm not going to judge someone for the decisions that they make. First of all, it's not my business. And I don't give energy to that. And the moment that you start giving energy to someone else, you take energy away from yourself. And so when people walk in their transparency and their authenticity and unapologetically, where they don't feel like they have to hide behind, societal norms, you see them as human, you see them as perfect. And there's no such thing as perfect, but you see people as perfect because perfect is who you are.
It's who you are.
And so while we are a bunch of unperfect beings, I also feel like, from a spiritual standpoint, God doesn't make mistakes. So you are who you are for a reason. And I think that our differences bring creativity to other people. So I like wine. And if someone else has never tried, or people say, oh, I don't like red wine, I can introduce them to red wines that they might actually like. I've turned a lot of people onto red wines because of that. So you open up your mind to suspend judgment, even that little, to say, I don't like red wine, as opposed to just saying, I didn't like a particular red wine that I tried.
Right.
And so you close yourself off. And
Right.
so I live with a very open mindset that, if only way I would know I don't like something is if I try it.
Right.
And it's not all in the same. So I can try a specific food and not like it, but someone else cooks it differently and I might like it. So you have to, get out of the mindset that I have to judge based off of constant experiences, and one person's going to be different from the other, and you should enjoy that. I also feel like I'm an energy person, so I'm always smiling.
Yeah.
I truly believe in order to be unapologetically me, I'm going to give out the same energy I want back.
Yeah.
And if I can't get that same energy from somebody, I know immediately it's a feeling that I have to separate myself, because the same energy I give out is the same energy I want, and that's what gravitates to me. And when I start pulling in toxic energy, I myself, my energy changes, and then I start attracting constant toxic energy.
Right.
And so I just believe that I'm going to always radiate out what I want. I'm going to always give out what I want. I'm not going to be perfect, and I can accept that. And so, being unapologetically me is just me saying to people, I love who I am. I'm not going to change who I am for you. Well, am I open to compromise? Sure, as long as it does not go against what I feel, my morals, my values, or if I simply just am not in a mood, I'm just going to be honest. No, this is not something that I really want to do or want to say, or I just know how to protect myself. And that to me is just being 100% who I am.
Okay. That was amazing. Every word that came out of your mouth, I was like, and this is my advice to everyone. Thank you guys for pressing play to watch this. Here are my advice. Rewind this and listen to it again. Rewind it and listen to it again and again, because you had nugget after nugget after nugget after nugget after nugget, and you want those nuggets. Eat them up. Let them fill your soul, because this is what everyone needs to understand. And keywords that pointed out to me, not only unapologetically me, obviously, as the mantra inspiration for our week here. So transparency, like it's so hard, like just stop trying to hold back. Like, and if you need to let something out you're afraid is going to be judged, grab your journal, write it in your journal, let it out. And then maybe you'll think of a different way to be more transparent. Like, isn't that such a freeing thing to feel like you could just say, because you are who you are. You're entitled to your feelings. You're entitled to show up how you want to show up in every single day. And unapologetically me isn't like, listen, today I woke up and I'm not feeling great. I'm actually pretty down today. And like, don't feel bad for that. Let yourself feel your feelings, like unapologetically me. And then, allowing yourself that okay to feel that way lets you step into the next day when you're like, oh, I feel better. Like, rather than, no, I can't be feeling these bad feelings, like, or like suppressing things is just not good,
Mm-hmm. I'm,
Um,
I also think that what you put out into this world, nobody can hold against you, because you control the narrative of that. And people can make whatever they want of it, but you own that truth. And so as you're transparent about who you are as a person, only person that's open to judge is yourself. And in the moment that you start judging yourself, realizing and feeling like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, don't even apologize. Just forgive yourself to say, oh, that was a crazy thing that I've done,
yeah.
but I'm human and I know to do better tomorrow, or I know what to do better next time.
Yeah. And it's all those, allowing yourself to express and be yourself. you learn from those moments. Sometimes, we express, and every day is a learning experience, I feel like. But how you stated, show up with the energy that you want to will into your life, because it is, we're energetic beings. We're energy, right? And so,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. What you put out energetically will come back into your life. So if you're putting out waking up saying, I can't do this today, I don't want to do my job today, I hate my job, like, and you constantly are playing this narrative, like, or this person is really irritating me, like, that continually will bring in that kind of toxic
Yes.
energy. So it's such a beautiful share. I can't thank you enough for coming on to remind us how important this topic is. Like, and this mantra, like, think
Yes.
about it as a mantra, you guys, like, unapologetically me. Maybe you grab a hold of it for the week and try using it throughout the day. Unapologetically me. Unapologetically me. Like, what kind of story falls underneath that for you? Do you walk confidently knowing that you're a beautiful person, a beautiful vessel, you have light to shine, you're unapologetically you? Or do you feel like you're hiding a little bit?
Hmm.
Are you hiding the beauty that's within you? And why are you doing that? Is it from your own self-talk, or is it from external people that are kind of maybe sharing words with you that are affecting you? Right? Like, you can change that.
Oh
You
yeah, channel that energy, channel that good energy, and keep it around you. But here when we was talking a little bit ago about the affirmation jar, I wake up some mornings and I am just and
right.
I grab my affirmation jar, and whatever I pull out, it changes the way that I think. And I speak it out loud because I need to hear it.
Yes.
I can't just let it sit here because it doesn't change how I feel. I let it come out my mouth, and I also state what it means for me in the moment. And whatever I was feeling goes away.
I love it. It's so true though. Like, and they say people laugh at, I have become, I'm very faithful, but I'm also very spiritual. I feel like you can have both faith in God or a higher being,
Mhm.
and the spirituality side. So I do believe that we have a spirit team, and our spirit guides are angels. And I'll be driving and I will just talk to myself, to my guides. I'm like, I really need a sign, or, like,
Yes,
don't think, or repeating that mantra out loud, looking at yourself in the mirror and
yes,
saying it. It feels awkward at first, but, like, once you start embracing the essence of you, inside, outside, all of it, like, it really is it's a powerful thing,
yeah.
right?
Fall in love with yourself. Just that's all you could do. Is fall in love with yourself every day and give that affirmation. That's going to give you more of that authenticity that you see in yourself.
It's so good. This is such a beautiful share. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so great.
Of course, yes. And thank you guys. I will share all of the contact information. So if you want to follow and reach out, and, maybe grab a copy of the book. It was such an interesting, beautiful story. I know you said you were very vulnerable, so I know it's a beautiful read. So,
Yeah,
uh,
very helpful. It's a very introspective book for others as they read it. And my goal is that they find that love in themselves through my journey, my thoughts, and my perspectives on life. And it's a very uplifting book, and it's a conversation. It's a conversation book, but it's literally like sitting with me having coffee or wine, unless you like wine like me.
I love
um, but it's very conversational, and it's a very quick read. I mean, people see the doctor, and I don't wear my titles on a sleeve. It's very just not written technical. It's just, hey, let's talk. Let's put this out there. Let's change the way that we live our lives, and let's stop stereotyping one another, and let's stop stereotyping ourselves and putting us in boxes.
100%. So beautiful. Thank you for your wise words. And we're sending love to everybody. Hope you have a fabulous week. Sending love. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.